called this project Set Within Stone because the house doesn't sit on top of the work. It feels like it's grown out of it. Back garden, front garden and driveway, shaped with proportion, flow and natural stone used the way it's meant to be used. Right, hello, welcome along, and another job starting today, and it's going to be a great transformation. We have got some lovely Egyptian limestone flags going down with a nice border in the same material. So all this grass is going to be going, and we're going to be building like a little retaining wall at the back there, and then that's going to let us level everything off, because as you can see at the moment it's on a good slope going down. So small retaining wall which you won't see, and then the lawn will come to that, and then the border at the back will be set down a bit lower. So that wall over here is going to be coming out to this point here to make this area wider. I've got a manhole there, so it's going to be coming down to here. It's going to be rebuilt in the same brick, and that's going to come back this way, stopping here. The reason why we've got that wall, and as you can see there's a level change between this paving level and the lawn level, so it's going to stop around here, and then the patio is going to come out from this point and curve round, snake round into a path here, and then it's going to run across this new extension that's just been built down to the fence, and then returning back down there. Loads of digging first. Beautiful day. Let's go. Okay, welcome back. I'll just walk round and explain what we've done to get it to this stage now. Previously it was quite steep down to the bottom of that fence there, so one of the things we did first was to build this wall around the back, and then on the inside of the wall, you can just see a bit there, we tanked the inside, and then we've got about 500 wide of gravel wrapped in 10 and then we've also got a land drain running through right across the back there and up here, and then we've got outlets. Yeah, there's one there, there's an outlet there, so the pipe comes through the wall. There's 4 outlets along this section. The lads have been working on this, and what they've done, the wall was about here before, so now it's been moved over, new footing dug, and then that wall's been carried through there. Yeah, and then over here we're all obviously dug out stones off, and then we're ready to start flagging on this bit. So we're going to be starting over that side, and we're going to be working back this way, and then just have a look at the flags as well. So we've got a 900 by 600 Egyptian limestone, and then we're going to be bordering it with these sets as well. So we're going to have a double band running around. They're 200 long by 50mm wide, so a double band right the way round. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go. Let's go. Laying some sets down the edge. Yeah. So while we're carrying on the main patio, Craig is just working on the side path. We've switched the pattern here 90 degrees just for a bit of detail. Right, we're up to the stage now where we've laid all the full flags, worked our way down to that point there. We're just going to go around now and set all the manhole covers in, get those cut in, and then we've got to form this shape, the curve around here. So link this point up with that point there, and then a few more cuts to do around the edge, and then we can start forming the edging around the lawn. Let's go. Right, all this top section of the patio is complete. So we're moving on to the lawn area. So on top of the wall that we've built, across the back and the side. We're going to be putting a coping on just to protect the wall and also to give a nice finish to the lawn. So that'll be going down that side there. Craig's just starting on that and then coming along the back, and then we've got a section of steps which is dropping down to the shed over there. So we're just going to work on that, and then we can start leveling the soil ready for turf later in the week. We laid the copings on top of the wall and then we cut them in situ just to reduce the width so they work properly as a lawn edging rather than being too overpowering for that space. At the same time, we're prepping the soil ready for turf later in the week. Once that's done, we move on to pointing the patio. You will be. The back garden's now complete, measured, balanced and set within stone. Every element has its place. Now we move round to the front where our work really starts to define the space. We poured this concrete earlier in the build so we could move straight onto the driveway after we'd finished the garden. With drainage and movement joints in place, we did this so it gave it time to cure. just seen there, everything's dug out, concreted up. We've got this area done, so this is all ready for laying sets. Firstly, we've got to put the fence in there, and then we're going to move on, put the band course right the way round, start down that end and then work this way. Something else we're doing as well, which we haven't shown you yet, is this area behind me, which is the front of the house. We're also landscaping that at the same time, so I'll just have a little look and show you what we've done here. Before, there was grass here, grass there, and a path which came down, so basically keeping the same format, but it's going to be more low maintenance, and we're going to be using the same material we've got over there, which is a limestone set. So there's going to be a path in sets coming down to the door. This area paved again in sets, and then it's going to be edged with these little clay block, and they're also going to go round a double band around the driveway, single band on this area because it's a smaller space. Ready to go. Let's get it done.
Where'd you get these from, Travis?
And yeah, first one going in. First of many. Right, bit of a cold one this morning, but luckily last night covered up, so everything's sound. It's about 2 degrees now and it's rising, getting up to a balmy 8 degrees today. But just to be on the safe side, we're just putting some heat into the block, warming them up, checking the materials aren't frozen and the ground that we're going to be laying on. So we're just going to be moving forward, working back towards the front of the driveway. All the materials are stacked up on this side and we're mixing just around the corner there out the way. So as you saw, we've got both band courses in around and the falls are all coming back this way towards the garage door. I've got the edging in there on that side, so we're just meeting that point there to the other point at the front of the drive and the same there. So the whole thing is twisting like this, level this end behind me, but at that end there behind where Jacob's standing, it's sloping from left to right. So as the driveway comes up, it's just twisting to meet those levels and to meet the levels there. Let's carry on. we go there. Right, so as we've worked down to the front of the driveway, I just stopped and had a little measure to see what space we've got left from where we're going to have the edge detail to where the block finish, and it would have ended up with about a 30mm piece, a cut of set right the way down. It's square, which is good, but there would have been a little cut which we don't want. So that got me onto the idea of thinking if we could switch the pattern and do something else. So we're going to be putting clay block down there to create another trim on this side, and then the trim which we would have had anyway on that side too. And then the pattern is going to be switched to a 90°, so it's going to come this way, which will then lead us down towards that path there, which is going to change the flags at that point. So I think that's going to work really nice and just close this section off lovely. So the first thing to do is to get this little bit cut in, get those miters done, bring the clays down, and then the edging down this side as well. Yeah. Okay, so we are done on the driveway at last, and now we're onto this front area. So what we've got here, Craig set this out already, put the clay block edging in. So we've come off the middle of the door, centered it off that. So this is going to be a set pathway running up. So the same sets as those laid across. And then either side here, we're going switching back to the 900 by 600 flags. So same material, just in a big version. So all that area there is going to be paved, and again it's going to have a single course of clay block trim around. Same on this side, and then we've got planting bed there, planting bed there, and then there's going to be a circular area there with a little tree in, and then another little planting bed up at the top in that corner. So lots of angles and shapes, be interesting. Let's go. Oh yeah. My speciality. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, baby. Yeah. It's a wet one, got the tent up and we're carrying on as we always do. So we've got the bulk of the paving laid over that side there behind me. Just a few cuts are going on that. And now I'm back over on this path here to put the block edging in around there and just neaten everything off, and then we'll move on to the other side, get that cut in, and the same with that. And then the only little bit to do then will be the bit in front of the doorway there. Let's get it done. We're on to the last bit, final piece in the puzzle. So this little entrance piece in front of the doorway, we're going to be following the same format. So we've got an edging going around in the limestone sets and also the clay block as well. The last set of the job, the last set of the day, the last set of the week, the last set of the year.